Hey guys, so welcome to Nerdcast Weekend Wrap Up number 2, I guess. Where we're going to talk about all my favorite things in comics, internet, and the world right now. So yes, kicking us off with comic books, I'm going to talk about a few of DC's releases this week. First up is Doom Patrol. This is one of my favorite comics of all time. I'm glad it's back, and it's under the control of Jared Way. If you know that name, maybe it's through comics such as The Umbrella Academy and Life and Death of the Fabulous Killjoys, or maybe it's through his other work as lead singer of My Chemical Romance, a band that I'm not exactly a fan of, but I do love a couple of their tracks. If you're looking for a group of misfit heroes unlike any others, this is the book for you. They're something special indeed. To give an example of how weird this team is, characters appearing such as Danny the Street, who is a living street possessed by the soul of a transgender man, if I'm correct. Um, yeah, that's it. Or Beast Boy, who you may know from the comic books and Teen Titans. Try to find other weird ones that maybe difficult to talk about. Mr. Mala and the Brain are two of the villains. The Brain is a super genius scientist whose brain is trapped in a jar, and then he got this gorilla, just a regular gorilla, made the gorilla smarter, intelligent to the point where the gorilla itself is now super intelligent and can speak. And they are in love, and both men. So LBGT, I think. It's hard to say with where that fits into in the scale of things. So why is Jared Way perfect for this? Because he does great outcast comics, people who don't fit in and people who are sort of rebelling against the system. Doom Patrol is perfect for that. So I'm great DC. Well, it's just great that DC have brought this back. Now, other comics out this week. The new Red Hood and Outlaws. Red Hood, the second Robin. Spoiler alert, by the way. Fantastic character, really good. I think what they've done with him now is fantastic. He's rebellious, he's out there, he's vicious, he wants to fight, but he's not the killer he was in previous iterations. They have him being, yes, he's an angry young man, but he's getting through his anger now, so there's some character development away from what he was. So at least there's some redemption there for the character. I think I have got bored of the fact that he was always trying to be the next best thing. Now he's finally decided to be Jason Todd, who is cool. Right, away from DC and on to Boom Studios, one of my other favourites. They have two releases this week that really have me sucked in. If you've been following us on our website, you'll see I've done reviews of previous parts of these comics. If not, start looking at our website, dude. Don't be a dick about it. Yeah, Kong, you may know of it. It's a big gorilla. It's been around since like the 30s, I think. It's been around twice in Universal Studios. They are doing a backstory comic for it, and maybe this is probably to help get the information about King Kong there before the new film's out next year. This is the origin of Kong. It's a very unique tale. It's a little Game of Thrones, a little Polynesian, and a lot of big gorillas, and Skull Island, of course. So check that out. I'll put links below again for all this. And the next comic this week, the one that was the real shock this year for me, Power Rangers Pink. Yeah, so pretty much you're wondering what happened to the Pink Ranger, the original Pink Ranger, after what season, whatever, of Power Rangers. Okay, you probably weren't wondering that. I wasn't wondering it. In fact, I did not give a fuck. But nonetheless, Boom Studios have brought this comic out, showing us what happened here, and it's actually really good. The book is finally making headway. For the first couple of issues, it was mostly just going about establishing itself, but now it's got some real good villains, and she's kicking ass. So you have badass female main character, a couple of cool friends. It's set in France. There's giant robots and there's monsters, and yeah. Check it out, it's great again, especially if you want something a bit different. So next we're going to kick off with some internet fun times. And I'm going to go with Aldo Jones. If you haven't seen or heard of any of his stuff, you're going to check this out. This is his Batman dancing through all the films video. I showed a few of my friends his previous one and this one, and they're all in hysterics at it. It's simple, it's stupid. I won't show you too much or say too much, but if you want something completely ridiculous, this is the video for you. Now if you want something a bit more serious, Cinefix, one of my favorite YouTube channels. Like every week they bring out such great content. They brought out their top 10 entrances, and it's a nice wee tribute to Gene Wilder. I do warn you, if you haven't seen Seven, this may be a video you want to avoid. And my final bit of YouTube awesome for the week, of course, it's been so much, but this one, literally, I just discovered it after recording the video, so I've added this in here. Hopefully it's not too bad. Is History Buffs. They've done a video from Master and Commander. Again, if you haven't watched this film, it's actually surprisingly good. I quite enjoyed it. A fond memory of watching it in Manchester on a rainy afternoon with my father. So that's a weird story. Let's get past that. History Buffs take films like this, and there's Waterloo. Ooh, one of the ones that they do. Let me try to think. TV series Vikings, and any Mel Gibson films such as Braveheart and Patriot, and they dissect them and they find historical accuracy and inaccuracy in these films, and then they go through maybe why this was done. Because sometimes these changes are made just not for the sake of annoying people, but maybe for the sake of, you know, good storytelling. Maybe it's more important sometimes to stay true to the character of your story than it is to history. I'm not going to be the judge of that. It's not for me to do. I'm not the filmmaker. But check it out. You won't be disappointed. History Buffs, great channel. Now for gaming fun times and sad times. Two massive bits of Warcraft information. If you don't play Warcraft and never have, you may just skip on this. This is going to interest you. I'll start with the sad news. Chris Metzon's due to retire, and he was pretty much the driving force behind a lot of Blizzard's work. He has left a very heartfelt message discussing the tribe he's formed or his family, and how much not only the people he's worked with but the fans have meant to him. I'll put a link below so you can all read it. It's very good. I suppose he's been there for over 20 years, so he has led a pretty cool life. And from what I can gather, he's just very grateful for the time he's had there, for good times and bad times, because Blizzard's had its up and downs. Now, as well as that, for fun times in this world I mentioned, Warcraft Adventures. It was the cancelled game that never happened, and kind of explains the origin of Thrall, who, if you have played the Warcraft series, is kind of a big deal. So the game itself, the apparent download for it is up now and for free online. So I'll fire a few links for that as well for you to check out, and hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be playing it sometime soon myself. So Loktar Nagash, guys, and goodbye, Mr. Metzon. Thank you for all the fun times. And finally, I'm going to talk about some real world stuff. Obviously today you may have heard that there was a terror attack, or possible, we'll just say attack, in New York City. A bomb has gone off and left at least 29 injured last I checked. Yeah, it's a very sad story. My heart goes out to everyone in the situation. Hope everyone's okay. But again, we can't make any judgments on people who've done this. We don't know what happened, other than that they're complete scum. Because what good will this do? It's not going to make the difference in the world for anyone. It's just people who are complete pieces of shit. And that's my opinion on it. Not fact, but I'm going to take it as fact in this case. So, my heart goes out to everyone there, and hope everyone's okay. And then the final news story that did bring a smile to my face this weekend is all about Lego. And I think it'd be nice to follow up this sad information there with some happy information. And it's a story about a boy called Luca. I only found this out because J.K. Rowling retweeted it. Again, follow her on Twitter, she's awesome. And it's about a boy who lost one of his favourite toys. And he wrote a Lego, and the response is just brilliant. Again, I'll put the link to this below. But it is a wonderful response from customer service, and I believe these people should just run the world. They seem to have a knack for just getting the right answers. So again, I'll put below the news read, and I hope you enjoy. It's just heartwarming, wonderful, and fun. And I've said wonderful like too many times, so take a drink every time I say wonderful. So guys, I'm David, and this is the Nerdgeist Weekend Wrap Up, and I hope you enjoy and have a great weekend, guys, and see you next week.